Never mix politics and religion, we are advised. Is that always sound advice? Is the result always that bad? Well, of course, the result will depend on the religion that you're pouring into the mixing bowl. But before you judge whether it's always a bad idea, you might want to know about one time when politics and religion were mixed thoroughly. The Mayflower Compact, what did it do that no previous document had done?
It's the first written document for self-government in the New World.
It was not just any ordinary religion.
They gave permission, at least to the men, to speak truthfully and to correct each other. So it was really an encountered group of a very intense nature. Part of their strength came from being able to be witnesses to the truth and being willing to be corrected if somebody else didn't agree with them.
It was Christianity, but it was no ordinary Christianity. It was a sect of Christianity with a level of individual liberty not seen in the world for many centuries, and which lost its majority status even in the community which mixed them only a generation or two after the mixing. Now, the Mayflower Compact, who signed it? Was it all the men? Was it just
all the men.
Not just the freemen? Servants too?
I think it was all the men because they wanted to include everybody.
So it was the servants and non-church members also.
Yep.
So and that's the thing that was really different than any time before, and
really, I mean
in
that
the
was
last
a
1,000
new
years.
invention here in America. I mean, it just hadn't happened before. But suddenly, there was the birth of a democracy.
All of the men, the day before they disembarked, signed this one-paragraph statement that they would agree to govern themselves and abide by the decisions that their leaders would make. And there was no test of faith, and this is a very important difference. They allowed people of differing opinion to vote and have a voice.
Did non-church members have freedom of speech in the separatist prophesying services? They did in the Corinthian church services, which the separatists took for their model. But today the question seems obscure. In a world in which only a tiny percentage of citizens were allowed to vote, the separatists gave the vote to every man and to every woman head of household. In a world where no man had freedom of speech to criticize his political or religious leaders, the separatists created freedom to criticize both. The separatists tolerated dissent sensibly. They created a forum that welcomed all voices to speak openly, where error could be corrected through respectful discussion. It is time for an important question. Is all this history entertaining at most? Is it but a curiosity from the past? Or was there, in that pilgrim model, any freedom we have lost worth regaining today? Could it be that the theology which created our freedom still has the power to restore and preserve our freedom?